heard Nick callers today saying, let's get Ja Morant. If we win the lottery, we should draft him instead of Zion. This tournament does so much good for so many of these programs to raise their profile and celebrate the sport. It's great. But the negative to this tournament is because it's the only thing that everybody in America kind of, gathers around the water cooler, fills out a bracket in your office pool. This is what we watch. We have a tendency to vastly overrate the results that March Madness produces. So as great as the NCAA tournament is, it is the single worst way to determine a champion in any sport if you want an authentic champion. How many World Series would the Yankees have won throughout baseball history if every series they played immediately was advanced to Game 7? How many championships would the Golden State Warriors right now have if every playoff series they had immediately advanced to Game 7? The only other sport that plays an automatic one and done as part of their playoffs is football, and you have no choice but to play it that way in football. And every year there is kind of an eye-opening upset in the NFL playoffs, college football as well, because it's automatically Game 7. And the nature of basketball, the best teams in the country are going to lose 3 or 4 games, which is like 1 out of every 8 to 10 games they play, which means there's a 1 in 10 chance they're going to lose one of these games in the NCAA tournament, and you're going to win 6 of them in a row to win the national championship. If all of the playoffs and all the other sports were immediately advanced to Game 7, you'd have radically different opinions of players and teams and coaches than you have that have won championship after championship, because they've got the much larger sample size of home court advantage in 7-game series to prove themselves.
The Stephen A. Smith Show on ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Guests on the Stephen A. Smith Show appear via the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line, and you can always get in touch with the show through the 1-800-Flowers Twitter feed.
Let me get right into it. I was just distracted because I was looking at MLB.com. Allison Footer wrote an article, her power rankings for Major League Baseball this season. She's got Houston at number 1 because Altuve, who was playing with a broken kneecap, and Correa, who was fighting lower back issues much of the season last year, they're back. And plus they added Brantley to the lineup along with, that already employs Bregman. So she's got the Astros at number 1. I don't agree with that. I think they should be at number 2. I think the Red Sox should be at number 1 because Benintendi, Bradley Jr., and Betts, obviously, with the core of your outfield in place, and you locked in Chris Sale with his deal. I just think that Boston, they're the reigning defending World Series champions, and they should be the team to beat until further notice. And, of course, the Yankees, once again, have irritated me because the season hasn't started yet. Severino, Betances, Zapathia, Hicks, all will be out. They all will be out to start the season. All right? Bullpen's fine even without Betances. We get all of that. And they do start off, so 16 of their first 21 games are against the Baltimore, Detroit, the Chicago White Sox, and Kansas City Royals. So they should be all right, but still. I like those 3, though. But it's not in that order. It would be Boston 1, Houston 2, the Yankees 3. That would be it for me. That's all I'm trying to say. Yes, the Dodgers are on the outside looking in the top 10. In fact, starting to get tired of the Dodgers. I'm almost at the point with the Dodgers, John. If you ain't going to win the damn World Series, how about this? Don't go. Just don't go. Stop teasing Los Angeles. How about that? I'll get into some other stuff about the Los Angeles in a second. In a few minutes, rather. Especially with what LeBron James had to say. But I wanted to get into last night and what I saw Duke winning that thriller against University of Central Florida, UCF. Johnny Dawkins, head coach. Okay? For UCF. Let me say this, please. Let me say this right now. Johnny Dawkins' son can play some basketball. This kid, Aubrey Dawkins, ladies and gentlemen, he almost beat Duke by his damn self last night. He was flat out balling. Ain't no way around it. I was incredibly impressed with what I saw from him. I just want to make sure everybody understand that. Because I saw this brother ball last night. Hit 12 of his 18 shots, 5 of 7 from three-point range, finished with 32. Aubrey Dawkins can ball. Got nice size on him. Looks like he got a shot. And everybody making all this noise about Taco Fall. Listen, he can play some defense. He can block some shots. And he was true to form. He said he wasn't going to let Zion Williamson dunk on him. He did say that. And he was true to it now. Now, ultimately, it forced him to foul out because while he wasn't willing to really defend against anybody else to try and keep himself out of foul trouble, he tried to contest every Zion Williamson shot. And I think he came back to bite him. Ladies and gentlemen, Zion Williamson is a man amongst boys. Could have easily got called for an offensive foul near the end. Not on a layup, the and one that he scored on Taco, that fouled Taco out, even though he didn't convert the free throw. I'm talking about en route to that play when he pushed off one guy and spun into the lane to elevate damn near over the 7'6" Taco Fall. Zion Williamson is a man amongst boys. He's got a set shot, not a jump shot. He can get to the rim on anybody and can elevate. He's got ball handling skills. He can elevate unlike most others. It's special to watch. But here's the flip side, and here's my problem. Duke can't hit threes, and they can't hit free throws. That's why I got North Carolina winning this tournament. Did y'all know? I'm sorry to brag. But it's a rare moment. John, I don't know if you noticed, John. Nuno. I don't know if y'all noticed. My bracket is better than 99% of the brackets out there. They said I'm in the top 1%. I picked these games now. I'm on a roll. Now, let me be very, very clear. I was sweating bullets last night. I didn't want Zion and Duke to lose. It's the best player in college basketball. And let's call it what it is. He is box office. I don't want him home early. I want Zion Williamson playing all the way into the national title game. And then I want North Carolina to knock him off. And I shouldn't say want, because I got love for Coach K and the Duke program. But I love me some Roy Williams in Carolina too. And that rivalry is what I consider to be the best in sports. Could you imagine if they're playing for the national championship game, just 8 miles apart, the national championship on the line? That would be something to behold. I'm here to tell you something right now. Zion gonna show up. This is what he has proven to me. He will show up. Zion ain't choking. If a shot falls, it falls. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But he ain't choking. He's calming. Here's where the problem lies with Duke. They're college kids, so I'm trying to be nice. Because they're college kids. And I'm rooting for them. I'm not rooting against anybody. Trey Jones can't shoot the damn basketball. He's lost all his confidence. He really has. He shot 5 of 15 from the field, 1 of 8 from three-point range. Ladies and gentlemen, people were running away from him when he had the ball to go and guard other people, begging him to shoot. They were 10 feet away from him, jabbing at him as if they were going to come back and contest the shot because they got in his head he was so awful shooting the basketball. Duke will not win the championship if that happens. Not unless Trey Jones makes shots. Because you see, when Trey Jones doesn't make shots, you can't take him out of the game, even though I was thinking Coach K should have. You can't take him out of the game because you need him in there to defend and run the show. His defense is critical because he's damn good defensively. And when he's got the ball in his hands, that enables Cam Reddish and R.J. Barrett to play off the ball and potentially do some things. My attitude was you should have benched Trey Jones, put the ball in R.J. Jarrett's hands, okay? And R.J. Barrett, and let R.J. Barrett handle ball handling responsibilities because at least he's a threat to score with the ball in his hands. And Cam Reddish, I know he hit 5 of 8 shots. I know he hit 3 or 4 from three-point range, including a pivotal 3. He finished the game with 13 points. Cam Reddish, wherever you are, I got to tell you, I'm disappointed. To have his size, this dude's a legit 6'6", 6'7", and can shoot. And's got a nice size in him, nice athleticism, nice skills. He's got NBA talent, but his collegiate resume is not that impressive. He's inconsistent and very sporadic shooting-wise. And if you can't figure that out on a collegiate level, why should I have faith that you're going to do that on the NBA level? And by the way, while we're speaking on this issue, I haven't had an opportunity to speak about my man Tom Izzo. Haven't had an opportunity to do that. And by the way, the Stephen A. Smith Show is being brought to you by Pennzoil Synthetics, taking synthetic motor oil performance to a whole new level. So make the switch to Pennzoil Synthetics today. Plus, ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Insure your boat, motorcycle, or RV at Progressive.com. I saw the news about Tom Izzo yelling at his players. I believe it was like last Thursday night. I swear to you know what, if y'all don't get y'all act together, I swear, I just don't know what the hell I'm going to do with you people. Parents out there, will you stand the hell up? Authoritative figures, will you stand the hell up? Adults everywhere, will you stand the hell up? Stop being a bunch of wusses. He yelled at one of his players, he got in their face, and that is cause for national headlines. What the hell is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? You can't yell at a player now? I don't even know what movement to blame this on. Is this Me Too's fault, John? Or whose fault is it? I don't know. What the hell is wrong with y'all? He can't yell at a player? You that damn soft? You got to be kidding me. This is unbelievable that Tom Izzo even was subjected to the point of having to explain himself is an embarrassment to America. What the hell is wrong with y'all? So what? He yelled. Get over it. He's holding them accountable. Something's wrong with this country. Something is wrong with this country. It's becoming a national embarrassment. Some of the stuff that we cause headlines for. It's becoming a national embarrassment. That this man, a coach, has to explain why he yelled. Oh, thank God John Chaney's retired. Thank God John Thompson's or Nolan Richardson's retired. Don't get me started with Bobby Knight, who was a bit excessive, no doubt. Y'all got to be kidding me. Oh, by the way, Roy Williams, did you know that you were committing a crime according to these folks out here? Roy Williams from North Carolina, he yells all the time. Come on! Really? Now it's infiltrating our sports. I mean, why don't you just ask us all to put on diapers? Why don't we just get it over with? John, get rid of your pants. Wear diapers. Put on diapers. That's what you're asking us to do? Just put on diapers now. It's all over. It's all over. Everybody's being pacified. Where's John? Jonathan Winthrop, look at me when I'm talking to you. Where's my bib? Where's my bib? I need a bib. That's the damn world we're living in. He yelled at his player. Didn't put his hands on him, didn't hit him, nothing. He yelled at his player. Bib and diapers. At this rate, that's what we're gonna ask. That's what we're gonna ask these players to wear. It's a damn shame. It really is. It's embarrassing. It really is. 888-SAY-ESPN. Listen live to Stephen A. ESPN Radio, ESPN News. If you missed any of my opening segment today, go check it out on demand in the Stephen A. Smith Podcast. Brought to you by the Capital One Saver Card. Earn 4% cash back on dining and entertainment, 2% at grocery stores, and 1% on all other purchases. Hey, what's in your wallet?